Ordinator Perks of Skyrim by EnaiSiaion is my all-time favorite mod for the Elder Scrolls. I have had Ordinator in my Skyrim load order for years, and I still have not explored every perk tree offered by it. Many perks not only boost stats but also introduce gameplay features with new mechanics and playstyles. In my opinion, no other perk overhaul comes close to offering so many gameplay features. In this video series, we will explore every tree and most perks of this incredible mod. Kudos to Enai for offering an update last year, almost 10 years after its release. That kind of support and the drive to keep improving a great mod is just fantastic. In this video, we will go on a deep dive into the Enchanting skill tree. Vanilla Enchanting was useful but limited. Ordinator turns it into a true endgame powerhouse, letting you create insanely strong gear, boost your staves and scrolls, recharge weapons efficiently, unleash stored spells on attacks, and even craft items with multiple enchantments. So let's get started then.
No, do not worry. Ugly is a state of mind, and your mind is very fetching indeed.
Say hello to Herd Halfhand, my pure destruction glass cannon mage. If you're watching the series, you must know him by now. And now he will work on his enchanting skill. So this is the first perk. New enchantments are 20%/40% stronger. Soul gems provide 2 or 4 extra weapon charge points per level of enchanting. In vanilla Skyrim, enchantments could be 100% stronger after taking 5 perks. But soul gems charge, scaling with the player character's enchanting skill, is a great idea. I like the fact that this perk adds some progression to soul gem charging. Fantastic. Next we have Lost Word 3 perks. Scrolls are 50%, 100% and 150% more powerful, or last 100%, 200% and 300% longer. Oh wow, we have perks for scrolls, that's amazing. I felt Skyrim nerfed scrolls in terms of availability of magic effects compared to Morrowind. As you can see here, there are only 7 types of destruction scrolls. But look at Morrowind. Every magic effect had its equivalent scroll. One of my favorite Morrowind builds was a mercantile expert who uses scrolls. That was not possible in Skyrim. With this perk, there is some progression for scroll users. Let's take these perks. We will do a before and after comparison. Bird has not taken even a single perk. As you can see, he has 2 scrolls in his inventory. Scroll of Iron Flesh improves the caster's armor rating by 30 points for 60 seconds. And then Scroll of Ice Spike, a spike of ice that does 15 points of frost damage to health and stamina. And now, Herd has taken all 3 perks. As you can see, we have both the scrolls in our inventory, and the Scroll of Ice Spike does 39 points of frost damage to health and stamina. Scroll of Iron Flesh improves the caster's armor rating by 30 points for 240 seconds. Wow, that's a massive boost to scrolls. Now I can plan that Speechcrafts plus Scrolls build. Next we have Soul Siphon. Death blows with enchanted weapons to creatures but not people trap 5% of the victim's soul, recharging the weapon. Does not apply to staves. So this is similar to the vanilla Soul Siphon perk, but let's test. So our guy has an enchanted dagger, the Nordic Dagger of Ice. As you can see here, it has some charge missing. And here is a Hag Raven, a creature.
Must admit I'm not bad.
The creature is dead, and Mr. Herd has siphoned off some of its soul energy and replenished the charge of the enchantment. Fantastic. Next we have Staff Channeler. When a staff is equipped, all weapons enchantments drain 25% less charge, and you gain a small amount of enchanting experience in combat. This is very interesting. The enchanting tree has perks for scrolls and staves. That is so cool. This setup requires us to equip a staff in one hand and an enchanted weapon in the other. By doing so, we can optimize the drain of soul energy. Furthermore, this allows us to gain a small amount of enchanting experience during combat, even if you don't use your enchantment, which is a really cool mechanic. However, I feel this perk is very situational, in the sense that you are forced to equip both a staff and an enchanted weapon at the same time to gain these specific benefits. Let's test this perk. As you can see, Mr. Herd has equipped his Staff of Paralysis and an enchanted dagger. Also observe our enchanting skill. We have gained 0 skill XP so far. Now let's enter combat. Here is a bandit. Our guy uses his staff and paralyzes him. Note that he does not use his enchanted dagger. He lets Inigo get him with his ebony bow. The bandit is dead. The combat session is over. Let's observe the beautiful skill UI. Enchanting has gained 1% skill XP simply by equipping a staff and an enchanted weapon. That is awesome. Next we have Thunderstruck. Weapon enchantments are 25% more effective when delivered by a power attack, or 50% for a two-handed power attack. So this is a simple perk that boosts the stats of enchanted weapons when power attacking. Let's move on. When a staff is equipped in your left hand, your attacks deal 25% more damage and critical damage. When a staff is equipped on your right hand, your spells and scrolls are 25% more effective. Alright, so we have this Nordic Dagger of Ice that does 8 damage, right? And the staff equipped on the left hand side is boosting the damage of the enchanted dagger. Look at that. Wow. Huh. Just because you equipped a staff in your left hand, that has boosted the damage of your weapon on the right hand. Isn't that amazing? Okay, now let's unequip that. Okay, let's say we have Stoneflesh, okay, equipped in our left hand. 60 points for 84 seconds, right? That's what it says here, 60 points for 84 seconds. Now let's equip the staff in the right hand. Okay. Now 60 points for 105 seconds. That's insane. Just because you're equipping your staff, all your spells have been boosted. Huh. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Spell Scribe grants the Spell Scribe power. Use it to store the spell you are dual casting. Your power attacks and power bashes unleashes the stored spell for free, with a cooldown based on enchanting skill. Only works with spells that affect other targets. Alright, so we get the Spell Scribe power, right? Let's choose a spell. So let's choose Icicle Seed, okay? Right? So this is a spell that needs to fire. Oh, okay. Now we store it. Spell stored, right? Fantastic. So now let's use our Nordic Dagger of Ice. See that? Ah, it's a cooldown. Yeah, it did cast the spell. Okay, let's see again. There you go. So apart from a power attack, you also have this spell firing automatically for no cost. That's insane. And it says spell strike ready, so we have some kind of a cooldown, right? Beautiful. Ah, now. Fun, 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 fun. Even a thief character who's using a short blade, this is kind of useful, right? I mean, it adds some extra magic to your daggers, apart from poisons, right? Fantastic. Next, we have Gem Dust. You may choose to destroy a flawless gem when you begin the enchanting process and sprinkle its dust on the arcane enchanter. New enchantments are 25% stronger when placed upon an item of the type corresponding to the gem. Okay, this is similar to the alchemy perk where we marked an alchemy lab for stronger potions. Same thing here. We elevate an arcane enchanter, and if you use it, new enchantments are 25% stronger. Fairly straightforward, stat-based perk. Let's move on. Flame of Magnus. While casting or concentrating on a staff in your left hand, you may attack with your right hand, dealing 50% more damage and critical damage. This one is straightforward. Essentially, you roleplay as a staff sword. Staff in one hand and sword in the other. I never imagined this combo. Sensational. Next, we have Preserver. Learning an item's enchantment does not destroy it. Oh, that is super cool. I'm always used to losing enchanted items to learn the enchantment. That is how it has been in Vanilla Skyrim. This one is borderline OP in my opinion. Let me know what you think. Next, we have Magic and Might. You are adept at weaving blade and magic. Spells cast with your left hand are 10% more effective if you're wielding a weapon in your right hand. Attacks with your weapon in your right hand deal 10% more damage if you're holding a spell in your left hand. So this perk boosts spell sword characters and is straightforward as well. But it is strange to see a spell sword based perk in the Enchanting tree. We had a full branch of perks for spell swords in the Alteration perk tree. Not sure how this one made it here. Do share your thoughts on this perk, Might and Magic. Next, we have Regalia. New enchantments placed upon robes, circlets, hoods, and necklaces are 30% stronger. A simple stat boost for enchantments placed on clothing and jewelry items. Let's move on. Next, we have Attunement. All enchantments on equipped weapons and armors are 10% more powerful and last 10% longer. A simple stat boost for enchantments on weapons and armor. Let's move on. Next, we have Staff Recharge. Equipped staves regenerate 5 points of charge per second up to their charge level when you last equip them or recharge them with a soul gem. Alright, so we have this charge, Staff of Paralysis, right? And as you can see, the charge level has gone down. Okay, let's charge it using a petty soul gem, okay? Right, equip it please. What is the level? So we are here. Let's go on a walk. Will it recharge? Or am I missing something? I don't know.
Snow is lovely, but when it is heavy, it sometimes builds up inside my ears. My ears do not enjoy the snow as much as I do.
Absolutely. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I love these two. I'm not getting this. Okay. Oh, we were here, right? Are we going ahead? Okay, anyway, let's go on a walk. Wow, I've never been here.
How are you doing? You don't look well at all.
You're asking me or Inigo? Oh, okay. Heard half hand is fine, don't worry. Oh!
Strange.
Snowy Saber Cat!
Some enemies just don't know when it's time to give up.
Oh, we have a Snowy Saber Cat? Wow. So many years of playing Skyrim and I'm surprised.
You look so pale. Are you ill?
What's wrong with you, Vilya? Alright, so now let's see. Oh yes, it is recharging. Look at that. The charge was at this level and now it's moved up to this level. Automatic staff recharge. It is essentially drawing power from Aetherius into Mundus. Huh? It's flowing from Aetherius. The power of Magicka is recharging this staff. Wow, what a cool perk, right? While I never had perks for staffs and scrolls, right? Yeah, this is totally new. If you're role-playing as a staff-only character, you can definitely consider Enchanting Tree. What happened to this tree? Off you go. Wow, where are we? I have no idea where we are. I'm lost. Okay, anyway, so that's about this perk. Let me know your thoughts on staff recharging. Do you think it's kind of OP? Do you think this should also be applicable to NPCs who use staffs, right? Yeah, unfortunately these perks are not applied to NPCs, right? So the player gets a massive advantage with all of these perks, sadly. Anyway, next we have Charge Tap. Grants the Charge Tap power. At will, drains a quarter of your current weapon charge to restore health by 15% of the amount drained, and Magicka and Stamina by 25% of the amount drained. If you have 2 enchanted weapons equipped, the drain is split. Oh wow, so transform enchantment charge to health, Magicka and Stamina. I guess with the staff recharging perk, this offers free attribute regeneration. I would not take this perk for balance purposes. Would you? Let me know in the comments. Next, we have Power Echoes. Spell Scribe activates twice before going on cooldown. Okay, so with the Spell Scribe perk, your power attacks and power bashes unleash the stored spell for free. We saw that in action. Now you can power attack twice and your stored spell is fired twice as well before the cooldown. Fantastic. Heart of the Sun. Use an equipped staff as an energy source, causing it to lose charge at a rate of 15 points per second, but making your weapon enchantments 1% more effective for 50 points of charge remaining in the staff. So we are equipping the paralysis staff as well as the dagger, right? So you're telling me this staff will keep losing charge? So it loses charge at a rate of 15 points per second, but making your weapon enchantments 1% more effective per 50 points of charge remaining in the staff. We definitely have more than 50 points of charge remaining on the staff. So our weapon enchantment should be 5 to 10% more effective, maybe more, but I don't see a reduction in charge. 15 points per second it says, so the charge should deplete rapidly, right? Huh. Anyway, let me know in the comments below if you have tested this perk, Heart of the Sun. Do you see the staff losing charge like this? Let me know in the comments below. Next, we have You Shall Not Pass. Simultaneously, within 1 second, using an enchanted staff in your left hand and striking it with an enchanted weapon in your right hand, releases a flash of light that staggers enemies and deals damage equal to half your enchanting skill level. Okay, so we have to use a staff and strike at the same time, right? We have a staff of firebolts here, right? So we have to do that, and then we should observe a flash of light, right?
I thought of that. Should have done. Another one down.
Yeah, so we did see the flash of light, right? If you have built a staff sword character, then this is kind of useful for crowd control, right? Cool perk. Feels like a gimmick, but it is useful when you face multiple enemies, that's for sure. Next, we have Arcane Nexus. You may choose to upgrade one Arcane Enchanter to an Arcane Nexus for 2500 gold. New enchantments created at an Arcane Nexus are 25% stronger, can be disassembled by sneaking, allowing you to upgrade either. So we'll talk about the next perk as well, Miracle. You put your heart and soul into the next item you enchant at an Arcane Nexus, placing up to 3 enchantments upon it that are 25% stronger. Try as you might, you will never be able to repeat this feat. Wow, 3 enchantments into an item? And we can only do this once? Let's test. Alright, we are here at this Arcane Enchanter.
Imperial dogs. There is nothing.
How about going to the Candlehearth Hall and have a drink?
Yeah, but once we finish this, okay? Promise, Vilya, promise. Upgrade this Arcane Enchanter for 2500 gold. Yes, we're going to say yes. So this becomes an Arcane Nexus, right? Alright, device upgraded.
I have heard that if you want a real drink, you should head down to the new Gnesis Corner Club in the Grey Quarter.
Ah, you want to have some Sujama? That can be arranged. Alright, let's try to enchant some items, shall we? Oh, look at that. Is that effect from Viola? That blue effect? Huh.
Whatever you've heard I can do is probably true.
Yes, sir. Alright, so we have 3 effects: absorb stamina, bleed damage, and frost damage. Right? If you remember the last perk, it says I can place 3 enchantments on an item only once. It's a miracle, right? So let's try that. Hunting bow, 18 points of stamina, bleed damage. Wow, this reminds me of Morrowind. Multiple enchantments. Holy nice. Absorb 23 points of stamina. Living targets bleed for 6 points of damage per second. And then target takes 23 points of frost damage to heal the stamina. Wow, this is insane, man. Let's do it. Oh, what happened to this guy? It's a miracle. Oh, nice.
Been tending your hounds? You smell like a wet dog.
You smell like a wet dog. Go have a bath. What was that green effect? Maybe that was a special VFX effect. Wow. It's cool. So now we have a bow with 3 enchantments. Insane. Wow.
Be careful.
Oh, sorry, sir. Now, we can't do that again and again, right? We can't. Because we can only do that once. Let's use this longbow. Okay. And let's try to do the same thing. Absorb stamina. Black soul gem. Okay. As you can see here, you can't add three enchantments. You have to choose, right? Oh. You can craft 1 item with 3 enchantments. After that, you can only do 2. Fantastic, fantastic. Alright, that's about these 2 perks, Arcane Nexus and Miracle. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about these 2 fun perks. Ordinator's Enchanting Tree rewards investment with game-changing gear that carries any build into the endgame. It pairs amazingly with alchemy and smithing or pure combat magic hybrids. I don't have any major suggestions for Enai as none of the perks made me feel bad for taking them. If you use Ordinator, what's your favorite enchanting perk? Have you ever played as a mage that uses staves or scrolls? Do share your thoughts, feedback and ideas in the comments. Thank you for watching. May the Divine's Guardian keep you.